Hello everyone. At this point, I've reviewed hundreds of machine learning portfolios from different people. Now, in reviewing all those portfolios, I've observed one simple thing, that most of the projects people put on their resumes have nothing to do with the business value. Yes, they are great for machine learning as they are going through their tutorials, but they don't solve real business problems that organizations are actually facing. 9 out of 10 of all the portfolios that I've observed, they include Kaggle projects such as the MNIST, wine quality prediction dataset, flower classification, and many others of that nature. While those projects are very good and excellent when learning machine learning, they really translate into business impact to the target employer that you're willing to get hired by. So in this video, I'm going to talk about the top five machine learning projects that will get you hired in 2026. All right, so in this video, as I promised, I'm going to share with you the top five machine learning projects that will get you hired in the coming year. I'm also going to share with you what recruiters are looking for. I'm also going to give you an actual Python code for a machine learning project. I'm going to deploy on GitHub and also on streamlit so that whenever you are going in a technical interview, you are able to clearly show the steps that you took, not only to write the code, but to deploy the code so that it becomes useful and consumed by multiple stakeholders. So stay tuned. We are going to see how it's going to be done on GitHub and on streamlit. All right, so what do interviewers look for in an interview? Whenever I interview a person, I want to see whatever their work, their portfolio they are showcasing, does it translate to any business value? So because out there are many projects, machine learning projects that you can do that are very good for learning, but they don't really translate to an actual business value. For example, flower classification is very good classification project, but does it really translate to a business value? Let's say to a bank? No. So whatever you present in your portfolio, make sure it translates to a business value. Does your project have a real world value? Can it save money? Can it increase revenue or improve operations or rather enhance customer experience? That's what I'm listening for whenever someone is presenting their project. Problem understanding, that's the second one. Can you clearly explain the problem that your project is solving? We don't want just to see a list of projects that you've done. We want to see you explaining the problem that you're trying to solve with that project. Do you fully understand why this problem matters to a business organization? That's the answer that I'm looking for. Data handling skills. We want you to explain how you would clean data, how you process and handle data. Can you do with missing data, outliers, or even large data sets? How would you handle such cases? We want you to explain to us how clearly you are going to deal with cleaning your data, handling your data to make sure that it's usable and there's no noise in the data. Another thing that I look for when I'm doing an interview is model selection and justification. Why do you choose the model that you are choosing? Yes, we can agree there are multiple models out there. You can talk of CNN models, you can talk of Mamba model, the Mamba architecture, and many others. So we want you to tell us why you choose the model that you choose, the reason behind, why that algorithm over the other. And now, in a technical interview, yes, you don't have to go deeper, but at least have an overview of the reasons why you choose the model. Another thing that I'm looking for in an interview is evaluation and metrics. Do you know which metrics matter for your business problem? Accuracy is not always enough. Recruiters look for precision, they look for recall, they look at many other factors. And also, they want to see how you have deployed the project. That's why if you stick around longer, you're going to see me going on GitHub and also deploying the actual machine learning model project on streamlit so that you can have an actual deployed model for free. All right. Another thing which is very important is how you communicate as you are presenting your machine learning project portfolio. They want to see how you are communicating because 10 out of 10, your machine learning model results are not going to be shared to technical people. They're going to be shared to non-technical stakeholders. What they need is to give them a full explanation of what your model is doing and its business impact. So they want to see you communicating that, how it improves the bottom line. All right, my first project that I've chosen is the customer churn rate. Now, any organizations which have got customers, they want to keep, maintain, and grow their customer base. Basically, they want to improve their revenue by keeping customers, especially those ones that are operating on a subscription-based model. They are always fighting churn. So if you come up with a project that is able to predict, that is able to identify the individuals who are going to fall off or that are going to continue with the organization and explain it clearly to the business, you are an immediate value to the organization. And it will help the business save their revenue and grow the business. Now, why is this project very important in 2026? This project includes feature engineering for messy customer data. We all know that customer data is always messy because there are many attributes for each and every customer. It is cost sensitive, and also it has got clear business actions, who to target, when, and how. So as you are presenting this in an interview, I, as a hiring manager, what I will be hearing is you are able to help companies keep customers and protect revenue. That's the bottom line business value that I want to hear in any portfolio that you're presenting. All right. Another second one is fraud detection system. Every organization, especially in 2026 with the advent of AI, is faced with tremendous amount of fraud, tremendous amount of risk. They want to protect their revenue, they want to protect their customer, they want to protect their trade secrets. So if you can come up with a system that can detect fraud, that can help the organization succeed in the future, you are immediately valuable to the organization. So why is this project standing out? Is because most companies today, whether in banking, in e-commerce, in financial technology, and any others, they are faced with fraud and competition. They are faced with a tremendous amount of risk. Your project, a fraud detection system, will help the organization minimize risk, minimize fraud, and then that is in turn improve business continuity. All right, the third one that I have on my list is a recommendation system. Now, most organizations have got their primary customers, which they want to sell more products to, and they are also have their primary customers and other customers which they want to reach out to. So if you come up with a recommendation system, a system that is able to not only expand the business to the current customers, but to other new customers out there, that is very valuable to the organization because each and every business wants to grow, wants to expand, wants to increase their bottom line. All right. So if that system is able to personalize recommendations to individuals, it will certainly drive engagement, retention, and revenue to the organization. It will help the business grow. Why is this important? Now, because one, businesses, for them, they want to, if they are stagnant, they will be dying because they can't reach out to more people. So they want to increase their bottom line. They want to know their impact. They want to get into new markets, new territories. They want to venture into new products. If you have any system that can help them do that, that's very valuable. So to me, when you are presenting such a project, you are basically telling me that you can increase engagement, you can increase customer conversion to buy more. We can help us upsell our customers and many other things that you can do. That's what I want to hear in an interview. Time series forecasting for decision making. Now, executives don't care about accuracy alone. They care about planning. Whatever project that you have, does it help them to focus sales, to focus demand, donations, or event, or many other things that they're looking for as executives? They want to know, as an interviewer, I want to know, does your machine learning project help me plan for the future? Or does it help me manage the business better? Let's say I have a 5-year projection. Does your machine learning project help me make that 5-year projection? I need to know what will be my revenue projection in the next 5 years. What will be my customer churn rate in the next 5 years? Whatever business KPI or metric that you're talking about, I want to have a model that's able to accurately help me plan and manage a business. The last one that I have for today is interviewers, they want you to show them a deployed end-to-end ML system, which I'm going to show you. Now, in that model, in that machine learning model, I want you to show a trained model. If you are using APIs, what app are you using to deploy it? You show them a live demo, a clear README, which I'm also going to show you. And when you're doing this in an interview, you're not only showing that you can write Python code for machine learning, but you can write, deploy, and manage. You ship systems. That's what managers are looking for. That's what I'm looking for when I'm hiring somebody that is able to deploy and manage a machine learning app. All right. So in an interview, this is the workflow that you need to talk about. You choose a relevant business problem, be it loan default prediction, inventory forecasting, whatever it is. Choose a clear business relevant problem. Secondly, build and evaluate your model. So that's where you write your Python code, whatever libraries that you're going to use, anything that's related to writing a Python code. Now you need to wrap up your model in an API. Also, number 4, create a web app, which we can be using. In our case, we're going to use Streamlit, and host it for free, document everything, and show them a live example. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to jump to my Python, and I will show you a typical Python code that you need to do to write your the typical Python code for your project. All right. So whenever you're showcasing your code, basically you need to have a lot of comments, because remember, 9 out of 10, when you're working in an organization, you're working in a team. So your code should be friendly to others that you are in a team. I should be able to go into it and read the notes that you have for them, the comments that you have for them, and take it from there. All right. So this is I'm going to show you how I've deployed on GitHub and also on Streamlit, but it's a fraud detection system. And I'm also going to share this code in my GitHub and the link in my GitHub, so that you can go and look at this in detail. All right. Want to know the library that you're using? In my case, I'm using Streamlit, Pandas, NumPy. I'm using the scikit-learn. I'm also using Ensemble model, and also I'm going to import confusion matrix, classification report, and many others. All right. I am using a CSV file, which I'm going to share with you. And also, I'm going to look at the data. I'm going to just have the column in the data to see what the structure of the data is looking like. I'm going to select my features. I'm going to scale my features, train my model, give me a report if the model is trained successfully. I'm going to display my evaluations. What I'm looking as a recruiter is, am I using multiple metrics to show strong understanding? Am I showcasing that I'm aware of imbalanced data sets or balanced data sets? All right, you want to visualize your results. Then you want to test your results in a new data set. So this will be your basic Python code for a fraud detection system, depending on the data that you're using. So what I'm going to do is, what I did here is I created a app.py file, and I am going to show you right here. Then what I did is I went into my GitHub, created a repository, fraud detection system. So in the fraud detection system, I've got 4 files here. I've got a README. Do not forget your README. I've got my app.py file, which is the code that I showed you. I've got my datasets and also the requirements, which are basically the libraries that I'm using. I'm using Streamlit, Pandas, NumPy, scikit-learn, and matplotlib. Then what I did is I deployed it on Streamlit. I'm going to show you an end-to-end in one of my future videos, and how you literally step by step how you are going to do this. But basically, this is an overview. All right. So this is my fraud detection system that I've deployed here on Streamlit, and I show that my model is trained successfully. And now in an interview, what you're going to do is you're going to browse for a new file, then run that file and see how that file performs based on your model that you've trained. So basically, this will be a typical walkthrough to the interviewer to show that you do not only know the algorithms, you don't only know the models, but you know how to package everything and deploy it as an app that can be shared to non-technical stakeholders, and also you are able to manage it and also import new data to evaluate new data using the same model. So those are my top 5 points. Please master them and get hired in 2026. I hope you found this video helpful.